today, everybody, but we've got one heck of a debate. We've got Jason with an X versus Cleric Moncton on the subject of, can a scientist be religious? Jason with an X on the side of no, and Cleric Moncton on the side of yes. Let's see the debate. I believe that religion does not interfere with the pursuit of the sciences. I think that anybody who is in their right fucking mind can totally decide for themselves whether or not this is all part of God's plan. I think that anything discovered by science is objectively correct, and that my religion doesn't interfere with whether or not I believe what the evidence tells me. I just believe that it's all part of a plan built by God.
First off, I'd like to say thank you, Mr. Speaker, and for letting me being a part of this debate. And I have to say I wholly and respectfully disagree with your points. My father was a man of God, and he hated love and loved hate. The question of morality was a torturous bane on his entire life. He hated life. He rued the day of his birth. And he wanted to be a scientist, and it was sad. He just toiled away with his fucking erector set and his beakers and all this shit, and he was just a shell of a man. His father hated him. His mother was a fucking whore. It was nothing. Religion destroyed this entire generation. Science does not fit in with the world of God. You know, you might as well be fucking on the street corner, doo-doo-da-da, you know, it's fucking bullshit.
Well, let me tell you about my father. He passed away when I was a little boy. And you're going to tell me that my poo-poo papa isn't up there in heaven having a fun time all by himself or with his all family members and ancestors? You don't think that, you think you're going to deny me that and then as well deny me the right to study protons and to study sphincters? And my mom, she died too. And you're going to say that she's not up there in heaven with God and Jesus having a fucking fun time? And I can't study the bowels of a pig, and I can't study how to cure cancer. I can't study little quarks and protons, and I can't look at binary DNA samples, and I can't have fun looking at the fucking Bunsen burners.
It's not so much the question of can or can't practice the sciences, it's should or should not. In my experiences, Christian Science is just much too biased. The weight of God and His holy fucking angels weighs upon your chest, and it's... My father toiled away in complete fucking idiocy. During the daytime, he'd wake up at 5 a.m. and go to the garage, fucking mixing sulfur and fucking potassium, and it would just... He would come home covered in soot and just cry at the dinner table. He was so torn between his education and his Christian upbringing. It fucking destroyed him from the inside out.
Everything that you've said has just been based on your own experiences. You haven't met the dozens of Christian scientists who are completely objective and totally all on board with protons, electrons, neutrons, and the little bits of fun that create all of reality. The other thing is that you're trapped in your own little world where you can't understand faith is not just faith, but objectively answers come from faith. And little babies are born because of faith. And the thing is that when I look at a little baby fetus and I see how precious that little baby fetus is, I just don't want that little baby fetus to be aborted. It's so cute and so special.
Although my case may be isolated and personal, might I remind you of the Honduran expedition of 1992 to Budapest? Those 18 Honduran monk scientists walked, they pilgrimaged all the way over to Budapest in search for answers, a scientific answer to the story of God and creation. And might I remind you that they ate each other limb from limb in a blind frenzy of confusion. This really illustrates the complete idiocy of religious science.
Lest I refrain from reminding you, the Aninarbe, a great group of evil atheist wrongdoers of the Nazi Empire, who used to search the world in the pursuit of pseudoscience. These individuals would look for different crazy things like Atlantis and the lost hope of the Antarctic. These fucking idiots were basically atheists the whole time that they did all this shit. And they were crazy enough without the interruption of faith. You think that it only takes a Christian to be a madman, but I tell you that atheists are madmen as well. To be honest, and without being too trite, I would like to lay my cards on the table and propose to you that finally and ultimately a Christian scientist can be ultimately extremely objective and extremely straight to the point. And that if we are truly going to learn about what the truth is behind reality, we have to accept all faiths and disciplines. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
If I may say, as obvious as it though may seem, the views of the Nazi Party do not reflect all, or most certainly any, other atheists. And certainly not that branch of them. But I do have to concur that in circles of science which aren't influenced by religion, there does exist strains of lunacy and, tyrannical behavior. But I believe it exists more frequently within what you call a spiritual scientist, one who would go over to Africa, bang the drum a little bit, tell them all about God, and then, take the little kid home, cut his head open and search for, all the secrets of their culture. And I think that wouldn't happen in the atheist world. I think that's fucked up. I think God wouldn't like that. But he caused it, Without God, that wouldn't happen. The godless heathens of science, they don't like that stuff.
All right, debaters, time's up. It's time to ask the crowd who won the debate. All right. So we're getting set. 3, 2, 1. Let's ask them. Okay. All right, crowd. Who won, Moncton or Jason with an X?
Jason with an X.
Okay. Well, there you have it, people. Jason X on the side of atheism has won the debate. See you next time on Planetary Debate Council. Turn that up. Turn that up. I want it to go like... Woo!